awesome intro.
What is up, you guys? This is Alan Hamilton, and this is the first video in my How to Play Like a Noob series, where I teach you how to play like a noob. My first video, this one's going to be about the game Heroes of the Storm. For those of you who don't know, it's Blizzard's, I guess, Dota? Now, even though Dota was originally in Blizzard, there's like League of Legends, there's a lot of different, I think they're called MOBAs. I probably should have done a little bit more research on this. Anyways, I wanted to give you a couple of tips on how to play your best when you're first starting out. Bear in mind that this is Play Like a Noob, and for those die-hard Heroes of the Storm fans, you are going to see me playing like a noob, hence why I play against the AI. So don't hate me, I'm playing to the best of my abilities against AI, so then that way I'm not interrupting the flow of, you know, competitive gameplay. So my first tip would have to be, it's okay to play against the AI. A lot of people might say you're a baby for playing against the AI, and I don't know, maybe you are. If people didn't like babies, we wouldn't be procreating, or, you know, didn't like making babies. Anyways, playing against the AI is a great way to kind of learn the dynamics of the game. It's when you're first getting into it, especially if you've never played a game like this before, it can seem totally insurmountable. But there's actually a simple way to set it up so that you can play against the AI, and even with the AI. My favorite way of playing would have to be with other players against the AI, just because I get a little too competitive and I shout obscenities, and that's not fun for, you know, myself. Maybe for other people, I don't know. Anyways, it's easy to set it up, and I'll show you how.
Serve my master.
My next tip would have to be always participate with the special events. Now, each map has a special event, so, you know, whether you're gathering seeds, controlling monuments, or delivering doubloons to Blackheart, it's really important to participate with these special events, because if you just disregard them, the enemy's gonna take them and you will lose. If you don't know what the special events are for the map, that's no problem. During the loading screen, it's going to give you kind of the rundown of what's going on, and then you'll quickly see what's going on when your teammates start participating. Hopefully with your help.
Enough of your insolence.
Another important thing to remember is practice makes perfect. The first few times you play this game, you're going to be thinking, what the fuck am I doing? And that's why it's really good to play with the AI, just, you know, by yourself, with AI-controlled characters, against AI-controlled characters, because when you make a mistake, there's nobody there to yell at you, and people will yell at you. So just play until you feel comfortable to start playing with other characters, and if you decide that you're comfortable enough to play against other characters, because, you know, you're not super competitive like I am, then go ahead and queue up. But until then, practice, 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 and you will enjoy yourself. It will get easier. Another way to fuck yourself over right out of the gate is by choosing the wrong hero. There are some really freaking awesome heroes. Like, my personal favorite Blizzard character of all time is Illidan. However, he's hard as fuck. Like, you have to have your timing down. He actually doesn't even use mana, it's all timing, and I have really slow reflexes, so as much as I love this character, I pass on him more often than not because I find I'm constantly dying. Another extremely difficult one would be Nova. Nova takes some skill, a little bit of planning, but by far the hardest that I've found would be the 3 Vikings. You control 3 different characters, and even though they kind of play themselves, you don't have to worry about using abilities. You still have to know what's going on at all times on every inch of the battleground to play the 3 Vikings optimally. So choose an easy hero. My favorites are Sylvanas and Kael'thas. Kael'thas isn't the easiest, but he can dish out the damage if you have a little bit of skill. You don't have to be an expert. And Sylvanas can actually stop towers from attacking temporarily, which can be invaluable if, you know, timed semi-right. Like I said, these are easier heroes, so you might want to start out there and practice, practice, practice. And like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with playing with the AI, against the AI. I'm not sure about playing with and against the AI, but I definitely know that playing with other players against the AI, you still can finish your dailies doing that. So softcore gamers like myself with really low reflexes, that is a great place to start out. Every time you die, your killing sprees are reset. And your killing sprees are going to make you actually a lot stronger, so you want to try to minimize death as much as possible. And one way that I found to do that is by using healing fountains. Healing fountains are your friends. You want to visit there whenever your health is low, whenever your mana is low. You want to stop in there, and you can actually see the cooldown beneath your portrait. Never feel like you have to, because this is something that I do all the time, is I feel like I have to save stuff because there could be a better time that I want to use it. Well, you know what? If you never use it, you're going to be screwed. So if you feel you got to use it, run right to it and use it right away. Because the sooner you use it, the sooner the cooldown is going to be up, and the sooner you can use it again. And let's say your healing fountain is on cooldown, you have low health, you need to heal or gain mana as fast as possible. You can't do anything else in the state that you're in, and your healing fountain is on cooldown. That is a good time to use your Hearthstone. Your Hearthstone brings you back into your base. It makes you regenerate health immediately, and whenever you're in your team's safe zone, you regenerate health extremely fast. This is also a good thing to use, like let's say your core is under attack and you need to get back to your base really quickly. Another good time to use your Hearthstone, so that is something you are definitely going to want to use as well. Now, one of the most important things to remember, and it's right up there with, you know, always participate in the special events, is communicate and cooperate with your teammates. There is a really cool feature where you can press G and then you can click on one of the options that pops up, and it can notify your entire team when there's danger, if you're headed somewhere, if you need help. This is a great way to let your teammates know if, you know, there's people rushing your lane, if you're headed to get some minions. Then as soon as you ping, people nearby can see it and they can go to help. Now, cooperate. If you see somebody else ping and you're nearby and you can help, for example, like getting minions or something, then go and help, because it is a team game. It's a game that you're playing with other people, so if you don't cooperate, you will have a bad time. And last but not least, have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to want to do it. You are not investing your time in this game for any reason other than having fun. So if you're not having fun, take a break after the, you know, game is up. You never want to leave a game halfway through, because they keep track of that, and if you leave a certain amount, they'll pair you with other leavers, and then you're going to have a bad time. So definitely finish the map that you're on, and then take a break. I just took several weeks off. It's not that I was having trouble with it, it just wasn't fun anymore. So I decided, okay, well, I'll take a break, I'll do some other stuff, and when it's interesting again, I will come back. And that's what I've done. When you feel like you're gonna have fun again, dive right in. The more fun you have, the more you're gonna want to play, the more you're gonna develop your account, the more victories you're gonna get, the more hero levels you're gonna get, the more abilities you're going to unlock, and it's much better in the long run.
I I'm listening.
One more thing that I think is worth mentioning is dailies award gold. Gold can be used for many things, such as unlocking new heroes that you might want to play without having to pay real money for it. You can play this game completely free if you're willing to put the time into it. Get the gold, and you can also buy... There's different mounts. I just got the Treasure Goblin mount, which is totally fucking awesome. That was gold. I don't think there was an option to pay real money for it, but it is a free game if you're willing to put the time into it, and you can unlock many different heroes. I know some heroes require, like, for example, pre-order the latest StarCraft expansion, which looks pretty fucking cool. I'm just kind of like undecided. I've never been the biggest StarCraft fan. I've always been more into Warcraft and Diablo, but definitely you're going to want to do those dailies, and I'm not sure if it's like this right out of the gate, but I know I've maxed out my account level. I'm at level 40, and I can have 3 different dailies build up, so I can go 3 days without completing dailies, and then I can complete multiple ones at a time. So for example, if it's play 3 games as a Warcraft hero and play 3 games as a warrior, I can play a Warcraft hero who is a warrior and finish multiple dailies at a time. And then sometimes it'll say, well, win such and such amount of games or play such and such amount of games. You can actually save those so you don't feel obligated to log in every single day. I know every 3 days is still pushing it, but you don't have to feel like you have to log in every day. So definitely do those dailies. Like I said, I just took a few weeks off. I didn't get any dailies in, so I'm kind of behind on gold. But, you know, I plan on jumping back in and taking care of that.